This is arguably going to be the video that changes the whole trajectory of your arbitrage business if you experience price tanking and just instability inside your business. I almost didn't want to make this video because it literally took me over 3 years to learn this for myself inside of my buying decisions. And I'll be honest with you, the only reason I learned this is because I literally source for 40 plus hours a week just on one-to-one calls with my students. So I am getting better at sourcing by the day. That's why it took me so long to learn this. And I'm going to drop some sauce here on my YouTube. If you've been a long-time follower of mine, then you know that this is what I do every single week. I share insights that I learn on a weekly basis of what it looks like to run an Amazon business right now, because I truly work one-to-one with students of mine to run my own business. I'm inside the trenches with new sellers every single day. And this specific topic was actually on a group call that I did last Wednesday with clients of mine, where we're digging into proper ways to source. And one common thing that I just randomly came across as we were doing it completely shifted the way that I now analyze a product and look at its Keepa chart. And that's what I'm going to share with you today. But the first thing we need to go over is, what is a perfect arbitrage product? This is very, very important here because a lot of you don't know this. Okay, a perfect arbitrage product has consistent smaller sellers present. Now, what I mean by this is you want to see listings with sellers on it that have less than like 100 reviews, right? If everyone on the listing has 30,000 reviews, 20,000 reviews, then that's not going to be an arbitrage listing. The other thing is rotation in the buy box. Right? We need to see rotation being sold by all the sellers, because if we're not seeing that, then again, it's probably not an arbitrage listing. Now stick with me. Okay, I'm just going over the basics here. These are just non-negotiables on listings like this. This is not what the video is going to be about. For online arbitrage specific listings, we want to see Amazon not in stock. Okay, now I'm not saying you can't compete against Amazon. All I'm saying here is when we're going to source inventory online and we're not just trying to buy off clearance, we want to buy it at retail cost that we can consistently restock. We don't want Amazon there because chances are they're always going to be priced lower 99% of the time. So it's just not going to be worth our time to look into these listings. 99% of the time, you also want a buy box present. You want to make sure the listing is not suppressed. This is especially true if you're a new seller with very low reviews. You're just going to get barely any sales. It's going to be price tanking over and over again on listings. And it's just best to avoid. Not saying, again, you can't sell on it. It's just like the Amazon one. You can obviously do it. It's not really worth your time. There's so many better products to look at. Now, the most important thing, the number one thing that goes into it is always going to be the offer count. This is the number one most crucial thing that ever exists for an arbitrage product. That's going to tell you the consistency and length of the product. And I have some examples here that I want to show you that are going to highlight exactly what I'm talking about here, and hopefully paint a picture and show you, hey, this actually makes sense here. What Dave's saying here makes complete sense. And now when you go out and source, you're going to always pay attention to this before you buy anything, because a lot of people will see a product that looks great, but they miss one little thing in the chart. And by the time it's checked in for them, because they don't do optimized shipping, it takes 2-3 weeks to get checked in. It takes forever to get it checked in. And then that product has tanked in price, and it could have been avoided very, very easily. So I have three or four different examples here. Let's take a look at this product right here. Okay, we're looking at this Keepa chart. Looks fantastic, right? Price points relatively stable. We're definitely up a little bit in price here. Selling quicker too, but then you can see here how fast the offer count has shot up, right? I mean, this offer count has flown up. We can buy this product for about $6 from Do It Best. So again, it's nice and profitable here. Even at these lower price points, we can see that it's actually selling at about $17.50. But even at these lower price points of about $16, $15, okay, we're still pretty profitable here. The issue with this listing here is it's still profitable here with all these sellers on here, which means that now that there's 22 sellers here, or 21 at the moment, there's 21 potential other sellers that are going to be stocked, and this product is going to be found by others. So if you're a brand and you're going through someone's storefront, right, you're stocking them, you're going to see this product pretty quick, and it's going to look very, very profitable. But since you're a newest seller and maybe you haven't seen one of my videos and you're not watching this, you're just some random person that's doing Amazon and you're reverse sourcing because you saw someone else's video, you see this product is very profitable and you don't realize that this offer count's coming up. And this thing is going to keep going up because it's so profitable. The only time it's going to stop going up is when this is no longer profitable anymore, and now we're down to $13, right? Because everyone has it for the same exact buy cost. Everyone's paying about the same price for it. So once it hits about $13 and it's no longer profitable, that's when the offers are going to stop. But who knows how bad this is going to get. And these charts here, when the offers go up parabolically, because as more sellers are on the listing, that just means that there's more people that can be stocked for others to find that listing, right? Like this is the one big issue with just standard reverse sourcing with SellerAmp, is that this issue happens so frequently because when you go to someone's store and stock them, these products that sell a bit quicker here, like this one sells pretty well, are typically popping up at the front of the search. Like as soon as you open up the SellerAmp store, it's right at the front. So of course it's going to be found because it's very profitable. So since it's very profitable right off the bat, it's going to be found by all these other people. And now there's all these sellers here that can be stocked to find this one product. So by the time you found it, you're buying it because it's so profitable. This offer count could very realistically be at 40, 50, even 60 by the time you get this thing checked in. And this price is going to get absolutely wrecked. It's going to get hammered. You can see why this product here was so stable for so long was because, right, there wasn't that many sellers to be stocked. It was just like a smaller amount of sellers on this listing. You can see peaks at about $14, which actually this product is still pretty profitable at $14.99. It was a nice stable product for a little bit. And then the moment that the offers started to shoot up here, we've seen this little uptick in offers, it exploded parabolically. So now it's like in a new zone where we can't predict anymore. It's too risky. There's no prediction here. Okay, the guarantee is going to tank in price and the offer is going to probably go up some more. So I see this is something that I'm looking at. Even though it's profitable, I'm not buying it because it's way too risky, even though it's nice and profitable here at 50%. So let's check out another listing here. We can see this Hershey's right here. This is from Walmart for $6.52, selling for about $14.41. Okay, very bad ROI here. And we can go back and take a look and see what's happening here in real time. Okay, very stable here at about 20 bucks. It was very consistent at about $20. And then the moment that these offers spiked here, it parabolically just went up because everyone was catching on to it right there. And then of course, offer count always indicates price tanking. Like whenever the offers go up, price comes down. So what does that tell us? Well, that tells us a couple things. It tells us that when the offers go up, price comes down. That means the inverse is correct. When the offers go down, the price goes up. And we can see that exact same thing happening right over here back in about January of last year, right? Like we can see that this exact same thing played out here, but in reverse. So this is the listings you want to be looking for. You want to be looking for listings with the offers coming down. That's one way right here. So when you're sourcing and you're going through SellerAmp, you're reverse sourcing, you gotta be more picky with the products that you're looking into. When you're looking at a product and you click into it, if you notice the offers are spiking up, probably move on from it. Okay, but just get out of there. We want to be looking at listings with the offers coming down or being relatively stable. That's like the number one thing that you should be looking at on these charts if you want to actually make these products stable and consistent long term. And you can see right here, it went through an extremely long period of time of being very stable. And the reason it was very stable here is because these offers never spiked crazy high and it never went on a parabolic journey up, similar to what this product here is now doing. It never went through one of these phases. It is now, right? Now it is. And we're seeing this happen here. But this was very stable for a long time. It is because there was not that many sellers to be stocked. So you need to be strategically looking for products that are in these periods of time here. Listings with fewer offers on them because you know that these are going to remain stable longer. So one simple fix to this that you could do when you're just using your SellerAmp to reverse source, instead of sticking to the top of the page, instead of sticking at the front end of that reverse search, get through it. Go to like the bottom, to the middle, and go through those products because those are much less likely to be found by everyone else, right? I bet a very small percentage of people watch my videos. If you watch my videos, you're lucky you're hearing this. Go to the bottom of the people's SellerAmp searches and go through those products because you're going to find listings that don't look like this. Let me show you some more examples of some winners here. So like this Maybelline right here. If you look at the chart here, crazy period of buy box suppression here. It hasn't happened in almost a year now, so I'm not too worried about it. Crazy, ridiculously stable here. Very low offer count consistently. It never went through a big phase. So all these sellers here are making bank. Everyone here is making bank on this listing here because they're happily selling at a nice price. They're not taking the price because they're all getting a rotation here. They're all making sales. And it is just a nice, stable product. We could buy this thing for like $4 from CVS. $4.79, sells on Amazon for $18. It sells 50 plus a month. It sells good. And it's crazy profitable because again, the competition is just staying nice and low. Everyone here is happy. They're all happy arbitrage sellers making money. There's no reason to tank the price right here. Okay, that's one example. Here's another quick example. This one's a little bit more extreme. This one had a lot fewer sellers on here, but this is a very similar one with a little bit more. Just because there's more sellers here doesn't mean that it's not similar, right? This is still a very stable product, even though the offer count's high, but this is a good thing you want to see. You want to see the offers fluctuate. It's still staying nice and stable. And this is from Walmart. It's $2.18 a unit, $13.08 for a 6-pack. So $2.18 per unit. This is for a 4-pack, paying about $8.72. Okay, this one's okay. The margin's pretty good. ROI is decent here, but nonetheless, it's a very stable product throughout the whole entire year. Easy product to buy from Walmart at retail cost. You don't have to buy it on a sale. You can even potentially get a discounted gift card when they run really good promos on Cardbear, and you can get these products for better prices here. But these two examples here are perfect examples of products that are just untapped, lower competition, the chances of them going through a saturation period is so much lower because there's not as many sellers to stock. Like in order for a product to get really saturated, there has to be a lot of people that have it for it to get stocked, because it's easier to stock because there's just more people to stock to find it. I hope that makes sense. I feel like sometimes I over-explain things, but right, the reason this one looks so off is because now there's 21 people that can be stocked to find it, whereas this one here is good because there's only 4 sellers that can be stocked to find it. It is way, 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 way less likely to be found. Okay, and this is being nice and rotated evenly throughout. Guys, I'm serious. This is the most important thing you got to look for when you're sourcing. Like, don't even spend time looking at listings. If you're spending time trying to find listings profitable that look like that, you're wasting your time, because even if you find that product profitably, it's probably going to take. It's probably going to go down. So you need to be using sourcing methods. You can use SellerAmp, but like dig through the page. You need to be using sourcing methods that will find you these types of products. These are the types of products that I consistently source with students of mine. This is literally exactly what we always look for, is these types of products. I started coaching people like 2 years ago, and these methods I've learned pretty recently. So we've now pivoted to these with students. And I'll tell you this, when I first started coaching, I had a lot of complaints about issues with price taking. Like, that was one of the biggest things I heard. And I was like, hey, it's just kind of naturally part of the business. Like, some products work out and some don't. But I was wrong. You shouldn't have to source those types of products. There's ways that we can source inventory that doesn't cause those issues. And I'll tell you this, in the last 6 months since we've started to implement things like this, it is very, 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 very rare that anyone comes to me and tells you that all their products are taken in price. And if it is, then I look at them and I say, hey, like, how have you been sourcing? They show me, and it's not with the methods that I teach. People that follow these methods to a T have crazy, crazy good margins. I've shown you examples like Blanca. Like, she has crazy margins. She puts in $8,000 every single month and gets back $13,000 in profit. Literally a cash printing machine. Damien does over 120K a month. Like, students are killing it because they're following these methods. And if you want to see more case studies and client results, go to my Instagram page and click the highlights. Like, you can literally tap there for hours. So if you're looking for some direct implementation, if you want me to sit down with you and source, like, we'll sit down, we'll source inventory together. I'll show you exactly how to do it piece by piece. I encourage you to book in a call down below. There's a Calendly link, bring you through exactly what that looks like. And if it's a good fit, we'll get going. But I'll tell you this, if sourcing is your biggest bottleneck, we can build this business out sustainably with sustainable products in your store long term. Not only with sourcing, but like tracking leads, VA SOPs, pretty much any resource you need to make this thing work full time if that's what you're looking for. But I completely understand that's not for everyone. That's why I make these YouTube videos right here. So if you are looking for more ways to sustainably build your Amazon business, go through the rest of my YouTube videos here. I can guarantee you're going to learn things that you've never seen anywhere else. Feel free to message me on Instagram if you have any additional questions. And I'll see everyone on next week's video. Take care.